Welcome YouTube, Yoshi Survivalist here. What I've got for you today is just a really quick update of my survival kit. This is only really applicable if you've seen my survival kit shown in my last video, in which I'll go much more in depth into what's in it. But this one I'll just make it quick. I'll just show you what I've changed. So first and foremost, I've changed the pouch that it goes in. I've moved over to the Snug Pack Response Pack. What I had before was the British Army utility pouch. So I'm just going to see how this goes. Advantages of this, I'd say, is that it allows you to make your kit a lot more organised and things can be a lot more quickly accessed. But drawbacks, I'd say, are this feels nowhere near as heavy duty as a British Army pouch. I mean, it's pretty good, don't get me wrong. Zips are very nice quality. The Cordura is pretty good, but the British Army pouches are just incredibly tough. You can beat them around all day and they won't rip on you. I can't say the same for this yet. I haven't tried it out enough. But anyway, it's quite budget as well, this. 20 quid, which is nowhere near what you pay for a Maxpedition or something. And it's not waterproof, however, like the British Army pouches are. Anyway, let's get into it. In here, I've got an extra silver blanket. I used to just have one. Obviously now there's two. They're the same. I've thrown in an extra glow stick, just because I can. On the exterior, I used to have a normal Maglite 2 AAA. It was just the normal one, wasn't the LED. I swapped it for this Maglite Solitaire LED, which is much brighter than the normal bulb. And also I had 2 AAA batteries in here. Obviously with this it'll last twice as long, really. Probably even more than that considering it's LED. On the side, I still have the multi-tool and the whippy knife as I had before, but I've added a Swiss Army knife. This is just a normal, probably a backpacker, I'm not too sure, but it's the classic Swiss Army knife. What else have we got? Yeah, this is different. We've got a new ferro rod. I swapped out, I had normal matches before, but I've gone for the British Army issue Storm matches. These are from a ration pack. Nice and sealed, fully waterproof obviously. Even when they're out of the bag they're waterproof, but this just keeps them nice and sealed up. Thrown in some hand sanitizer, obviously for its first aid applications, but if you've never tried it, do this. If you can't get your fire going, squirt this on your tinder, it'll go instantly. We've still got the cotton wool in there with the lighter. As I said about this pouch, everything can be a lot more organised. As you can see, I don't have to go into the main body of the pouch to access all this, so it's just pretty useful. Same again, on the other side we've still got that first aid kit and the US Army issue dressing along with the mirror, but I've also added this Opinel. It's just an old one I had. It's a bit battered up, but it's still razor sharp. As you can see, the tip there has snapped off, unfortunately, but for an ultra sharp carbon steel blade, I've got that in there. As I've said before, I don't like to rely on carbon steel, especially in a survival kit. It's just not very practical to look after. Different in the main body of the pouch, I've thrown in a protein bar to supplement those oats that are in there, just to give you a few extra hours really. I've also put in one of these, a soy mini filter, which this is also different. I always keep a bottle of water in the kit. That's always in date and I make sure it is. So I've got 500 ml of clean water ready to go, so I don't have to purify anything. But once I've drank this, with the soy mini, it will fit onto any standard size bottle. It just screws on. So there I've got a water container and a way to clean it. Very quick, very easy. Also with the soy mini, it's got these which make it very good for attaching to any sort of tube. So with the slingshot band that I showed you before, I can whack that on there and I've got a drinking tube. It does come with its own straw, but as it's a survival kit, I'm going multi-purpose, so I don't really have a place for it in here. Looking through, I think that's about it that's different really. Oh, one more thing. In the top of the bag, the maps are still in there as well. I keep these gloves, hard knuckle obviously. If you're trying to escape quickly, you might have to handle glass, whatever. Who knows what you might have to do when you're bugging out really. But these will just protect your hands, keep you a bit more safe. I was thinking of adding a small crowbar to this kit, mainly for sort of locked doors and the such, that might impede your escape. That's because this is an urban kit for where I live. Obviously you tailor this to where you live, but for me, locked doors might be a serious problem, especially for moving through buildings, such like that, to avoid the streets. So a crowbar might be a very good option for this. But for now I've just kept it compact, and we've still got all the 5 C's in here like in the last video that I showed you. Still got everything covered. All I've done is added things and changed the pouch. So yeah, that's about all I've got for you today really. Again, if you haven't seen the last survival kit video, please watch that and you'll get a much more in-depth view of what's in the kit. Other than that, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.